Hi guys, it's Jazz and Abigail, and we know it could be really expensive to try to get all the latest ultralight gear on the market, so today we're going to show you how to lower your base weight on a budget.
I was able to get my base weight down to 9 pounds and 7 ounces.
And my base weight is at 13 pounds and 9 ounces. So that's an average base weight between the two of us of 11 pounds and 8 ounces. First off, we are hiking as 2 people, so that makes it a whole lot easier for everything. We're able to split things between both of our packs. Only one of us has to carry the tent, and only one of us has to carry the food. Things like that make a huge difference.
And we're also able to share a lot of supplies, so we didn't have to bring duplicates, such as like a tent, cooking kit, water filtration system, first aid, and toiletry supplies.
So we are able to keep things in the van that we don't necessarily need in our packs. Things like body wash, towels, or things that we're gonna use in town. We don't need to hike with them because when we go for resupply or when we go into towns, we can just grab them out of the van.
We know most people aren't going to have the option of a supported through hike, so you can choose to not take certain toiletries such as shampoo or soap because they're going to be available at most hostels.
Going as close to the mic as possible, scratching this.
Is it recording?
Yes.
If you're curious about what exact gear we used, check out our gear list linked above.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into the exact amount of weight that we were able to cut off and how we did it. So one of the ways that we saw an opportunity to save some weight was our toothbrushes. We opted for bamboo toothbrushes, which are generally the lightest weight toothbrushes that you can buy anyway, but we took it a step further and decided to cut them down to a smaller size. And of course, we sanded down the edges so it wouldn't poke a hole in any of our equipment. And normal toothpaste can be pretty heavy because of packaging and water weight, so toothpaste tablets are a great alternative. And unlike normal toothpaste, they won't melt or freeze. We also made sure to put any of our larger toiletries in smaller containers. And we made sure to take off labels on any items that we could. It doesn't seem like a lot of weight, but it really does add up. We did also decide to go with a liquid full body deodorant, which I'm very surprised actually weighs less than a full-size stick of deodorant, and we don't have to worry about it cracking or anything like that. And as far as things like sunscreen, you can definitely buy those in smaller packaging to begin with, but we had this lying around, so we figured we would just get rid of it. And of course, every backpacker needs their Dr. Bronner's. When I was on trail, a lot of resupply stations actually had Dr. Bronner's fill-ups, so you definitely don't need to worry about taking a full-size bottle. I didn't see as many for bug sprays, but there are definitely still options for that. And not only does this save on weight, but it definitely saves on room in your pack.
One thing we did just to save just a little bit of weight is we both chopped our hair off.
And you wouldn't think it would do much, but it actually did save us a few ounces, so. And don't worry, we were able to donate it. Another thing you're gonna wanna do is put everything into smaller bags. I saw a lot of people carrying full-sized first aid kits when they only needed a few medical supplies. We would recommend going through any of your gear that you bought as a kit, because mostly they come with a lot of unnecessary things that you really aren't gonna be needing. And next, any of your gear that came in its own bag, you can go ahead and take that out. You definitely don't need the bag, just throw it in your pack. Also, you can cut off any zipper pulls, tags, or unnecessary straps that you can find. My sleeping bag came with its own compression sack, so to get rid of that, I'm just gonna use one compression sack for both my sleeping bag and my clothes. And another great way to save weight is to make everything dual purpose. So at night, this compression sack will also be being used as my pillow. We also encourage you to just take a good long look at your own setup and really think about what you're going to be needing and what you can do without. And just remember, the best way to know exactly what you're going to need and not need is to experience the trail. And you can always get rid of things along the way and leave them in hiker boxes for other hikers to use. And all those extra straps and things that we cut off our gear earlier that you thought might not add up to much, added up to 1 pound and 6 ounces. And that brings us to a total weight save of 5.378 pounds, or 5 pounds and 6 ounces, which is a low number, but it's weight we no longer have to carry. That's all we have for you guys, and we hope you enjoyed and maybe got some inspiration from this.
And please go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to continue to follow us on our journey.